Alright everyone, this is Zero Budget Geek, and I'm continuing my coverage of the newest Magic Duels expansion, Eldritch Moon. I can't speak. Eldritch Moon. So if you've missed the prior episodes, we took a look at the white cards, the blue cards, and in this episode we're going to take a look at the black cards. All these cards are brand new to me, so I'm looking at them for the first time and just giving you my first impressions of the cards, and I definitely want to know what you think of these cards. So I may think that one card is good or not good, and you may disagree, so if so, let me know down in the comments. But without further ado, let's get started here. So first card here, we have the Boon of Emrakul. One black, two colors. It's a common enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +3, -3. I like these cards. Now, I don't know if I really like it at 3 costs, because I think we had a similar card that was colorless and 1 that gave the same effect. But giving -3 to something is really nice. I mean, you can kill a lot of things with this, and on larger creatures you can hit for a lot more damage. So this is actually a versatile card. I don't know if you're gonna see it a lot, because for the most part people would rather just outright kill something rather than just giving it a minus. But I would not sleep on this card. It's interesting at the very least. Okay, here we have the Graft Harvest. One black, and it's enchantment. Zombies you control have menace. Okay, that alone is great. 1 mana, you guys have menace. Awesome. But you have more. And the picture is actually really cool. Okay, for 1 black, 3 colors, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. Well, if you weren't expecting to get your creatures back, here's a way to get double use of them. I really like this card. This could be really good for a zombie deck, and in fact I believe zombie decks are gonna be one of the, you're probably gonna see a lot of zombie decks, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So just the base ability, giving them menace, is really awesome. And then the ability to get more zombies later is icing on the cake. Alright, we have Borrowed Malevolence, another 1 cost card. It's an instant, and you can escalate it, so you can choose target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn, which is not bad for 1 mana, or target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, or you can do both for 3 mana. So at 3 mana, that's actually not bad. You can do that fairly early in the game and have a nice combat swing. So I like this card. I like the versatility of it. It's a minor effect, but it can mean the difference between a lot of things, between a creature living and dying, or even winning a game. Okay, we have the Graph Rats. 1 black, 1 colorless, a common rat creature. It's a 2/1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you both own and control Graph Rats, any creature named Midnight Scavengers, exile them, then meld them into Chittering Host. Aha, so these guys. Alright, so let's see. At 2 mana or 2/1, it's okay. It's okay. We've seen similar things, but it and then it doesn't do anything else, so that's kind of sucky. But what does it turn into? Chittering. Oh my god, look at that creature. It's an Eldrazi horror. Becomes a 5/6 with haste and menace. Holy crap. When Chittering Host enters the battlefield, other creatures you control gain +1/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. Alright, so the fact that this does nothing on this side is totally worth it when you get over here, because this is a nightmare for your opponent if you can get this. Wow. Alright, well, I wonder what the Midnight Scavenger is, but I like this. I play those guys just to try to get to that. Pretty interesting. Alright. Moving on, we have Cemetery Recruitment. 1 black, 1 colorless, a common sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a zombie card, draw a card. So you get a creature back from your graveyard for 2 mana, which is not bad at all. And if it's a zombie card, you get to draw a card. So throw this in a zombie deck and you're good to go. It would be really good in a zombie deck, and it's not terrible in other decks. Though there's probably other ways to get cards, but I like it, especially for a zombie deck. Alright, Haunted Dead. 1 black, 3 colorless. It's a uncommon zombie. It's a 2/2. When Haunted Dead enters the battlefield. Put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. Alright, so you get 2 creatures for 4 mana, and then you can pay 1 black, 1 colorless, discard 2 cards, return Haunted Death from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and you'll also get a spirit token. So pretty interesting. Not very powerful, but over the course of the game, this could actually be really, really neat. In fact, the 1/1 white, oh, these are not flying spirit tokens though. Oh no, they are flying, yes, with flying. So I think the 1/1 flying spirit tokens are actually the best part of this, especially the fact that you can get more back. And we've already seen that discarding 2 cards is not too terrible if you build your deck around it with Madness and Delirium. So pretty interesting. I'd like to see some use of that. Alright, we have Certain Death here. 1 black, 5 colorless, so 6 mana for uncommon, or for a common sorcery. Destroy target creature, its controller loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. No, that's too costly for that. Gaining 2 life, and no, that's not that good. Moving on, that's not that good. There's just so many other things that we could do. Isn't there? Was it in Origins? There's 1 card that's 5 cost that lets you kill a creature, and if you have Spellmaster, you gain 2 life, right? Or you drain them for 2 life, something like that. So anyway, Certain Death, not good. Moving on. Liliana's Elite, 1 black, 2 colorless, a zombie, an uncommon zombie. It's a 1/1, but it gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. So these guys can get pretty big. You want to save them until later in the game when you can play them for more than a 1/1, but these could probably get out of hand pretty quickly. So neat card. I'd like to see. I really want to see a zombie deck. All right, Crypt Breaker, 1 black. I like to see that cost a 1/1 for 1 black. That's already pretty nice if it's a rare. All right, pay a black and a colorless and tap them. Discard a card. Put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. Alright, so chuck cards to get zombies, and then tap 3 untap zombies you control. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. Yeah. I mean, what's not to like here? It's all good. Gives you guys, gets you more stuff in the graveyard. We've already seen there's stuff like Graph Harvest that can get stuff back. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this, so I like that. And here we have our first Planeswalker, Liliana the Last Hope. And by the way, she's my favorite Planeswalker, Liliana. I don't care about the card, just that character. I love that character. Alright, 2 black and 1 colorless, so you can get out early in the game. She's a mythic. She starts with 3 loyalty, and her +1 is up to 1 target creature gains -2, -1 until your next turn. So that is really good. That's good, man. Alright, and then for her -2, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Wow, that is also good. I mean, you gotta mill yourself, but if you boot the deck around that, it's not gonna matter. And then her ultimate is -7. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of your end step, put X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens into the battlefield, where X is 2 plus the number of zombies you control. So you'll start bringing out, you know, a horde of zombies. So I like this Liliana. You'll definitely be seeing her. Her base +1 ability is by itself is very nice, and being able to return creature cards from your graveyard to your hand relatively easy is pretty nice too. So I like Liliana the Last Hope. You're gonna see more of her. Okay, we are going to Dark Salvation, 1 black and X and X. So you have to pay double cost there. It's a rare sorcery. Target player puts X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. Then up to 1 target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each zombie that player controls. What? Target player puts X 2/2 black zombie creature onto the battlefield. Then up to 1 target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each zombie that player. Oh, okay. So you put in a bunch. I thought it affected your creature, so you get a bunch of creature zombies, and they basically feast on something of your choice. So one target creature for each zombie. Yeah, so Very expensive card, but you know, could be interesting late game. Alright, here we have the Markov Crusader, 1 black, 4 colors. It's a Vampire Knight for 4/3 with lifelink, and he has haste as long as you control another vampire. Well, he was okay until that. Well, by the time you play him, you'll probably have another vampire because it'll be in a vampire deck and you'll get haste. So a 4/3 with haste, lifelink could be good, I guess. I guess in a vampire deck it'd be even better, but not crazy about the cost. So we'll move on. Gavani Unhallowed, 1 black, 3 colorless, a 2/4 common zombie. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Gavani Unhallowed. So this could actually be pretty good. For 4 mana for a 2/4 is not terrible, and the fact that it can get bigger is pretty nice. Once you get 1 mana on it, I mean 1 counter on it, it starts getting pretty dangerous. Good for a zombie deck, I guess. Not much good for anything else. All right, here we have the Midnight Scavengers. Okay, this is the ones that go with the rats. These guys cost 1 black and 4 colors. They're rogues. They're 3/3s, which is bad for the cost, but when Midnight Scavengers enter the battlefield, you may return entire creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, so you get a creature back. So a 5 cost resurrecting spell for small cards. Well, the fact that it turns into this is the only reason you would use it. By itself it's crappy, but you're gonna use it because you want to get this, and I don't know if getting this is even all that worth it, but it could be. I mean, you know, he'd be hard to block, so I'd like to see a deck based around that. I don't know if it's feasible, but I'd like to see it. Alright, I've seen the preview of this. Murder, 2 black, 1 colorless. It's an instant, destroy target creature. That's it. So I would rather play this than Certain Death almost every single time, because, you know, I don't care about the life gain. It's more important to kill the creature. Better off doing it this, and this is instant speed, by the way. So actually this is a really good card. It's not work if you enjoy it. So really good card there. You're gonna see that a lot. I think we're gonna see that all over the place. Hey, and we have an Oath of Liliana, 1 black, 2 colors, legendary enchantment. When the Oath of Liliana enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. So awesome right there. This is like the Fleshback Marauder, except you don't have to sacrifice anything. Alright, at the beginning of each end step, if a planeswalker enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. So nice. This is by alright, even if you don't get more planeswalkers, for 3 mana you're gonna get a 2/2 zombie, and you're gonna force your opponent to sacrifice something. So what are you not liking there? I like it a lot. So moving on. Olivia's Dragoon, 1 black, 1 colorless, a Vampire Berserker. I don't think we've seen that before, and it's a 2/2. Discard a card. Olivia's Dragoon gains flying until end of turn. Okay, well, it's specifically a deck for it's a card specifically for a Madness and or Delirium deck. So otherwise it's not too, well, I guess 2 mana for a 2/2 is not too terrible, but in the right deck it'll be really, really good. Alright, Stormkirk Condemned, 2 black. It's a vampire horror for 2/2, and it's a rare. Discard a card. Vampires you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. Well, the fact that everybody, including himself, get +1/+1 is really good just for discarding a card, and vampires have lots of madness effects, so you can see this guy being really, really good. I'm sure he's definitely gonna go into madness zombie I can't speak today. You're definitely going to see him in Vampire Madness decks. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, moving on. The Thraben Foulbloods, 1 black, 2 colors, 3/2 zombie hounds. Not bad. Alright, but when they have Delirium, the Thraben Foulbloods gets +1/+1 and has menace as long as there are 4 or more card types on. So if you get Delirium, this becomes a 4/3 with menace. If you can get the Delirium, it's pretty nice. Otherwise, it's not that great. Yeah, they're not that great. I'm not excited about them. All right. The weirded vampire. This should just be weird vampire. All right, 1 black, 3 colors, a vampire horror to 3/3 with madness. There we go. We were talking about madness. So you can get this guy in play for 3 mana if you play him when he's getting discarded. But that's a weird freaking picture. What the hell is that? All right. And last but not least, we have the Whispers of Embraku. 1 black, 1 colors. It's a uncommon sorcery. Target opponent discards a card at random. And then if there are 4 more, if you have Delirium, they discard 2 cards at random. So, by the time you get Delirium, the discard, well, this actually could be good, because by the time you get Delirium, it's going to be a little bit later in the game. And if you can hit them for 2 cards when they're down to like maybe 4 cards in hand, that can really hurt. So, I don't think it's very good at its base ability. It's much better once you get Delirium. So, yeah, because you're playing a card to force them to discard a card, so it's not that good. You're not gaining a good value for it. It's much better once you have the Delirium. So, all right, that'll be it. We'll take a look at these gold cards when we get to, you know, the gold cards in another episode. So anyway, that'll be it for now, guys. Let me know what you think of these cards. I'd like to hear your opinions, and maybe even some ideas for decks. So guys, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.